everyone, this is Mark. Welcome to Opposite Stock. And today we're going to show you around, take you out for a wee drive in this incredible car, 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. Car's incredible spec, Montecarlo blue, carbon seats, yellow calipers, carbon trim on the interior, interior light design package, all sorts of options which you can see on our website, and it's a stunner, an absolute stunner. It's available now, $34,950, and now we're going to take you out for a wee run. So welcome to the inside of the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. Lovely car this. It's got a real sort of Italian flair to it. You probably already know, but the Quadrifoglio runs a 2.9 litre V6 twin turbo engine, which was developed with the help of Ferrari. Develops over 500 horsepower, sent directly to the rear wheels through a ZF8 speed box. And when you have it in race mode like we do now, it sounds fantastic. You know, it's really characterful. So first impressions of this car, I've actually never driven a Quadrifoglio until we got this one. And then loads of people had told me how brilliant they are, and I've done a few miles in this now, and I have to say it is a very, very impressive car. First impressions are, it is fast, and I mean really, really quick. It feels quicker than an M3 or an M4 to me. And, you know, it's got a lovely chassis balance. It's really adjustable on the throttle. When you put it in race mode, you have no traction control, no stability control, no nothing. And it's up for some fairly leery behaviour if you want to provoke it into that. Now the gearing's really short, and that's one thing I'm not so keen on. Obviously there's 8 ratios, and it's got so much grunt. You find that you need to really be on your game to avoid that rev limiter, because it just chews through the gears so quickly. But obviously that short gearing means it's really, really punchy. So you know, you're weighing one off with the other. The brakes they're interesting, because when you're up and running and you're at speed, they feel great. The pedal's very, very firm, which I personally really like. It's feelsome. There's not a lot of sort of pedal travel. It feels, you know, very, very sporting from that perspective. However, one thing I'm not keen on is when you're manoeuvring the car and, you know, parking it or moving it around slowly, we're moving it in and out of the showroom. The brakes at slow speed are very, very grabby. Now, I'm not sure if the pads on this particular car have been uprated and are a slightly racier compound. They kind of feel that way because when they're cold, they're quite inconsistent, quite grabby. But once you get a bit of heat into them, they're mighty, mighty strong brakes. Now, the ride and the suspension is absolute quality. You know, there's a lovely flowing quality to the way it goes down the road. It's not jarringly hard. It's very comfortable. You could do a lot of miles in this car very, very easily. Also, these carbon bucket seats, which you'll see are an optional extra on this car, they are lovely. They're so supportive, very, very comfortable. As I say, they hold you in the right places. So if you took it on a track day, you're going to be very secure, but at the same time, they're not harsh, and they're very comfortable to use on a long journey. Steering's quite weighty, and I've noticed that the steering also, the weight of the steering changes depending on which drive mode you're in. There's 4 different drive modes to this car, the DNA system from Alfa Romeo. I'll be honest, I've pretty much only driven it in race because I've been having a bit of a laugh playing around with those rear tyres. But you know, it does have sensible modes as well, comfort mode, or I don't know which one it is, but yeah, it's got lots of different settings depending on how you're using it and what you want to do with it. The interior's overall lovely. I mean, you know, some of the plastics don't look the best quality. But it's a nice design, you know, along with the exterior design, which is incredible. It's so handsome, this car. As I say, that's that Italian sort of flair that it's got to the way that it's designed, but it's maybe not put together quite as well as some of its German counterparts. But we'll forgive it that, because it looks so good and it sounds so good. The exhaust really rorty when you're in race mode as well. It opens all the valves and you get the odd sort of crackle and pop. Sounds great. Sounds really good. Yeah, it's got so much performance, this thing. It really is really rapid. It's a lot quicker than I was expecting it to be. I was thinking about going sideways there. It's a lot quicker than I expected it to be when I first got in the car. As I say, you know, I said to someone the other day, in terms of performance, I actually think it's pretty much in line with my Ferrari FF, which is mighty, you know. So with this car, when it was originally designed, it was aimed directly at the BMW M3 and the Mercedes C63 AMG. Those were its main rivals. Now, arguably, you could say that, you know, the M3 might be slightly more competent dynamically, but in my mind, this is the connoisseur's choice of those three cars. It's the rarer option. It's the really, you know, it's the looker of the three, and you know, there isn't much in it in terms of dynamic performance and the way it feels on the road. It's a true driver's car, this. But it's also really spacious, so there's loads of room in the back. There's a big boot, you know, a great family car for someone. If you're a bit of a driver and you want something that you can, you know, cart the kids around in safely and quickly, then, you know, this is one of the best choices you could make. I think that's really where it sits in the market. This is a car for the family man who. An enthusiast who wants something a bit different, a bit special to use as a daily driver, you know. And I think if you drive it not in race mode, being silly all the time like I've been, you get reasonable fuel economy from it as well. I'm sure it would do late 20s if it was driven, you know, sensibly. We haven't seen that anywhere near that, to be honest. So hope you enjoyed the video more than the rear tyres did there. As I say, this car's available now. If you want any more information, you want walk around videos, please feel free to get in touch via email, WhatsApp, give us a ring, or DM on Instagram.